Greetings again. Shall we get back to the blossoms? I think so. Okay, we're already in that one menu. This one looks like it is indeed the latest save.
Yeah, but it's pretty run down anyway.
Okay, hold up. Gotta do one more thing.
You're unreal, you know that?
Does she know, though?
Anyway, we should head out now. We have a few things to take care of.
Thanks for showing us the gold. Now I'm sure the treasure's real.
Are you surely sure, though?
No problem, ladies. Again, really sorry for all the trouble. If there's anything we can do for you, just give us a shout.
Sure thing.
We head for the door, but Marina turns around before stepping outside. Does she have them's fighting words?
By the way, was there a phone in the car?
Uh-oh.
The pink Heisei?
Heisei? It's a brand I haven't heard of.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh? Oh.
We kind of sold that too.
What? You would sell a phone that's not yours? Hold up.
We kind of sold that too.
That's an interesting transition. It feels like the page is staring back at me. In fact, at this point, it probably is. My gaze drifts from the journal to the window by the entrance. Marina is outside, twirling the payphone's cord as she pops in another quarter. She bites her lips and looks through the window. Our eyes meet. She sends me a small, anxious wave. Closing the book, I let out a yawn and remove my head from my fist. I'm sure there's a red imprint on my cheek. Figuring out we had to go to Shiprock was the easy part. Everything else has been a gigantic pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. It's not pain in the ass, it's pain in the ass. There's a rush of precious cold air getting sucked from the building. Marina enters, carefully shutting the door and taking the seat opposite me in the booth.
So how'd it go?
It went fine, I guess.
Did it?
Your parents are okay with all of this?
Maybe not okay,
A smile creeps onto her face.
but they understand.
Oh. At least someone gets it, because I still don't.
They weren't happy about the car, though.
I think you were the only person who was.
How couldn't I be? Mariah showed us that the treasure is real.
Yeah, but they stole your crap.
You're going to believe the people who stole your car?
Even Amber, I think it's of the same mindset.
It was an accident. They didn't mean to.
Wow.
Besides, they're nice.
Enough to steal your car. Before I argue further, our waitress emerges from the kitchen, carrying our order. A hot black coffee for me, a milkshake for Marina, and a large order of fries for us both. A large order of fries? A large order? Marina's eyes brighten at the sight of the shake. Like with the slushie, her sweet tooth takes control of her and she practically starts drooling over the glass. Without a nod, With a nod, the waitress disappears back into the kitchen.
Thanks for the food, by the way.
Well, it's not like I really had a choice. I could hear your stomach from the driver's seat. I wasn't about to let you starve to death on my watch.
Let alone here, though.
Plus, I was getting pretty hungry too.
Oh, she creeped the smile. Amazingly, Marina didn't freak out at the sight of the diner like she has at everything else so far. I was genuinely shocked when I didn't hear a gasp of awe escape her mouth as we pulled up.
Hey, Amber, why don't you get a shake too? Coffee and fries don't really go together, don't you think?
I wouldn't disagree.
I'm fine. I don't really like sweet things.
Oof.
But it's super good! Especially when you dip your fries in it.
Dip your fries in what? Besides ketchup or honey? She takes several of the fries and does just that, dipping them in the shake like it was ketchup or mustard. I mean, okay, shake is, I think, more tame than what I expected.
That's silly. I can do the same thing with my coffee.
And I bet she does that. Taking a fry, I dunk it into my coffee and take a bite out of it. I swear I've done that before with Oreos. Because I maybe only once dipped Oreos in milk. But otherwise I've dipped Oreos, I'm pretty sure, in tea, possibly even coffee. That was a bad idea. Grimacing, I placed the rest of the fry on my napkin as I tried to cope with the cold chill and sulfury aftertaste.
Maybe it would work better if you put creamer in it?
Don't put creamer in coffee! Otherwise, you're basically drinking a hot chocolate, as one Brent Copeland would say.
Somehow I doubt that. Besides, it would just ruin the coffee.
Mm-hmm. I like Amber here. Whichever.
I don't know how you can even drink it without cream, or at least a little sugar. It's so bitter.
Drink hot chocolate, then.
It's an acquired taste. You find flavor in the bitterness.
That's my deal. I never thought I'd like coffee after, I think, probably my first taste of it, and now I get a nice coffee at Tim Hortons with a survey authentication code to make it cheaper, $5, but I don't mind the bitterness anymore.
That's why I think it's weird that you drink something like that.
How do you mean?
I don't know.
What, you don't find Marina Amber bitter? Her brow furrows in deep thought.
You always seem so yes or no about stuff. If you like something, then you do. If you don't like something, then you don't.
You're losing me, Mare.
Mare.
What did Mom used to tell us when we didn't listen to her? Oh, yeah.
Told you so?
Basically, you have a really thick head, Amber.
Oh. That might be along the same lines. I nearly spit the coffee out of my mouth.
Gee, thanks.
Or was it a thick skull? Whatever, you know what I mean, right?
I think so. Maybe. It wasn't really an acquired taste for me now that I think about it. Maybe I've always liked the bitterness.
Or maybe I just convinced myself that I did. I don't know.
Is that a bad thing?
Just like in Mariah's RV, Marina shakes her head and gives me a sweet, genuine smile.
I don't think so. I actually really like it. It reminds me of Shiprock.
Sentimental. A warm, tickling sensation bubbles up in my chest. It forces me to smile, but I play it off all cool and breezy like.
So I remind you of a rock. You shouldn't say that kind of thing. People might think they're insults.
What? Everything just suddenly cut out. Satisfied with how I played that off, I reached for a fry to reward myself. But instead of hot, crispy goodness, something smooth brushes against my fingertips. I gazed down at the plate of fries. Marina's hand, for a split second, rests below mine. We instinctively snap back. Marina's face is a bright shade of pink, and mine is probably similar.
Sorry.
No, you're not. The room feels 10 degrees hotter. We try to re-establish eye contact, but our glances shoot off to other directions as soon as we meet.
Hey, Amber?
That's not a question mark. I managed to compose myself long enough to look back. That also, come to think of it, explains why everything stopped.
You said something about bills and expenses last night, right? I don't know what exactly you meant by that or what it is you have to pay off, but since we know the treasure is real now, I was wondering, maybe you might think about sticking around to look with me? We could even split it, or something.
Well, first off, we don't even know if the treasure is actually real. Mariah could be pulling our legs.
Yeah. My coffee is mostly gone. All that's left is a puddle and a few stray grounds.
I'll think about it, though.
Really?
I only said I would think about it. Don't get too excited just yet.
Yeah.
I won't. I just think it would be super cool.
Marina flops her chin down and rests on the table.
How's it going anyway? Have you figured out where the first part of the treasure might be?
That feels better.
No luck. It's not like the guy drew a map or anything. He just jotted down details about the places he went to.
That and rambling about how awesome he was.
Do you think Mariah was right and he hit it on top of old Shippy?
Oh, shippy.
Don't listen to Mariah, okay? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it. How would he even scale the mountain? He was traveling solo on horseback. I doubt he would have the tools to do it. And even if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have gone on and on about it in his journal.
With a puppy dog whine, Marina frowns.
Are you sure he didn't mention anything else? Maybe something we didn't catch?
I do wish the facial expressions matched up with the dialogue more, but whatever. I slide the book across the table and over the leftover crumbs, stretching out my stiff joints as I rest against the booth.
Take a look if you want. My eyes are gonna start bleeding if I read it again. The only things he really mentioned are the rocks and the dikes around it.
I now get the difference. Here I'd honestly always thought, what's the difference between dike and the other? And it's the letter. Dike with an I.
Oh!
Marina forces herself to stare down at the plate, the blush from earlier reappearing. Oh?
No, not like that. The only things he really mentioned are the rocks and the dikes around it.
I feel like there was something caught on with her mentioning dikes.
not like that.
I stifle a giggle. Teasing her is gonna be a blast.
I mean the rocks that branch out from the mountain. That's what they're called.
Uh-huh, I knew it.
Huh.
It's so simple, but it makes sense. I shoot up and throw down some money. Marina jumps at the sound of the table rattling.
What's the matter? Did you figure out where it is?
Maybe. At least a general area.
I think I know what was going on during that scene, but I'm not going to mention it because that is not for me to beat the dead horse of, you know. I march towards the door. The table rattles again as Marina leaps up. She stays behind to straighten it out before scrambling to catch up
We're
with
going
me.
now?
Hell no. We don't have any equipment. But we know someone who does.
Oh. I shove the door open. The last bastion between refreshing and air and burning dry heat.
Come on, let's go cash in a favor.
Oh. Back with the thieves again?
It sure was nice for Mariah and her friends to let us use some of their equipment.
Uh-huh.
Only after that Joseph guy begged her to.
Mm-hmm. I paused to look around. We decided to wait until nightfall to go look around some more. It's like an entirely different world the further you get from the insanity. Quiet and calm. The only lights are the stars and the faint glow of the campground. The campers and motorhomes flickering in the distance. Marina fiddles with the metal detector's headphones, removing them halfway.
Sorry, the beeping's loud. What was that?
Forget it, I'm not playing that game. Just keep listening.
Yeah.
Oh!
Did you find something?
I think so. It's over here.
I set aside my shovel and throw myself to the ground, clawing at the sand. A shiny speck sticks out of the ground. Frantically, I dig it up.
Is it the gold?
It's...
I scrape harder.
It's...
Harder. Finally, I unearth it and hold it up to the starlight.
a soda tab. Damn it! This is the 5th one!
If we find any more, we could start making a curtain out of them.
Or donate them for wheelchair people. I send the tab flying, speeding off over the dikes. There's that word again, but spelled appropriately.
Maybe we should call it a night. I'm sure we can find it once we're fresh in the morning.
Yeah, that's no good. We can only do it now because Parks and Recreation isn't paying as much attention.
Kind of reminds me of what I learned about the word when British people say, I'm going out to smoke a fag. They're referring to cigarettes, not people. They are not smoking cannibals or something like that. Though even now, someone's still guarding the area near the campground. The rock gives us some cover, so I don't think we'll be spotted, but we still need to be careful.
We'll keep looking for a little while. If we can't find anything, we might want to assume the worst.
Oof. Her face wrenches with hopelessness.
That somebody else found it?
That it doesn't exist! Jeez, it's like you've never even considered that it might not be real.
But Mariah...
Yeah, Mariah.
Yeah, I know.
Amber. Yeah, Amber. I grab my shovel and swing it back over my shoulder. As we walk, we stay as close to the mountain range as possible.
Why are you so gung-ho about this thing anyway? If you're just in it for the cash, there are better ways to make money than dragging yourself around the desert.
Are there?
Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just...
Her voice trails off. It hangs over us, never fully evaporating into the cold, cool night air.
It's okay. Don't feel like you have to tell me.
We both have things we don't want to talk about. That's becoming very clear. At least Marina doesn't swerve off the road so she can go pout. I just don't want to think about it. All I've been doing for the last month is thinking about it. I almost wish my brain would quit working so I wouldn't have to. So, naturally, I take a long, lonely trip with nothing to do except think.
Amber! It's happening again!
What's happening? Marina stops, hands quivering as she tightens her grip.
I swear, if this is another soda tab...
I don't think it is. The beeping is really loud, and it's vibrating a lot.
Wait, it's vibrating?
Uh-huh. It feels weird.
And on that weird note, I'ma call it a night, but I'll be back in another this same night. So thank you for watching. Let's keep it on the highway. This has been J to the B to the J to the Blaze. Ciao.
Like a word, I think for the first time.